The past year has given us many great games, and some of us might even have discovered new favorites. But 2022 is over, and it's time for us to focus on what this year will have to offer. A huge amount of amazing titles have been announced. Here's my top 10 upcoming games of 2023. The first major game release of the year is only a few days away. Forspoken is a PS5 exclusive and highly anticipated by many. The graphics looks great and impressive, and the gameplay looks awesome, at least in the trailer. After playing the demo, I've got to admit that I'm not quite sure if I'm going to buy Forspoken, but I am definitely looking forward to watch people play and see if the final game will exceed my expectations. What really intrigues me about Forspoken is the story. There is this normal modern day girl called Frey, and she gets drawn into Athia, a wild world full of powerful magic and wild beasts. With her newly gained magic, she's trying to find her way back to modern day New York. Forspoken will release January 24th for PlayStation 5 only. Is it time for a new Spongebob game yet? You bet. Spongebob SquarepantsThe, The Cosmic Shake releases January 31st on all major platforms. I think this could be the best Spongebob game yet. It looks fun, it looks crazy, and the best thing? SpongeBob gets to wear all these crazy costumes we know from our favorite episodes or even from the movies. And having these outfits, we seem to be able to explore worlds that match each costume's theme. Sounds like a lot of fun to me. I'm looking forward to SpongeBob SquarePants Cosmic Shake. The game I show you next is the game that I'm excited about the most. Hogwarts Legacy. Man, do I want to get my hands on this. The gameplay trailer showed us a lot to be excited for. A great adventure with an awesome story awaits us in Hogwarts in the 1800s. And it seems to have everything a true Hogwarts heart could possibly long for. Magic lessons, familiar and famous location, magic duels, spells, potions, Quidditch, fantastic beasts, mighty dragons, and more. Best of all, we can personalize our character and combat style, create a place for our magical creatures, and discover Hogsmeade. What more do you want? I don't know, because this seems like a wish come true. Hogwarts Legacy will be released February 10th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Other platforms will have to wait until later this year. Another promising game release in 2023 is Wild Hearts. Honestly, I only got to know about this game a few days ago. But it looks fantastic. To me, it really has some Monster Hunter World meets The Legend of Zelda vibes, with a fairly unique combat style. Wild Hearts is set in a fantasy world inspired by feudal Japan, in which the players are set out to hunt for monsters and fulfill quests. Of course, there will be traditional kind of weapons for combat. In addition to that, fantastic items and machines can be built to assist the hunt for mighty beasts. Good news, the multiplayer mode will include crossplay among all platforms. Release date is set for February 16th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Also highly anticipated in 2023 is Skull and Bones. Recently, people were speculating if this game will push Sea of Thieves off of its throne. Apart from being an online multiplayer pirate action game, Skull and Bones reminds me of a mixture between Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Anno 1800 for some reason. Either way, players can immerse into a tropical open world with customizable ships, fierce sea battles, trade, and looting, all in rather realistic aesthetics opposing Sea of Thieves. At the moment, the release date is set to be March 9th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. There have been delays in the past, so we are yet to see if March 9th is the definite date of release for Skull and Bones. Finally, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will get its sequel in 2023. Hopefully. After everyone's speculation about the title, we do know what it will be called. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So far, the release is set for May 12th on Nintendo Switch, of course. Even though we do not have much information, we know that there will be an expanded world that will take us up further into the sky. A trailer suggests that it, luckily, will be easier to get up to higher levels than it was in the Breath of the Wild. Climbing roots and holding on to moving rocks seems like a huge advantage, especially when it rains, I suppose. And we know it can rain a lot. One can only hope that May 12th will be the day we can finally play The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which, by the way, might be the last major first-party release that has been in development for Nintendo Switch this year. I love farming sims. That's why I'm looking forward to the release of Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, which is a remake of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life on GameCube. Of course, after the companies changed hands and everything that came to happen, Harvest Moon is called Story of Seasons, and what is called Harvest Moon is just not Harvest Moon anymore like it used to be. Anyways, I'm so thrilled. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life was amazing, and I think Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life will be even better. As far as we know, the story is kept in the original setting, the Forgotten Valley, but there will be new character designs, new gameplay features and events. Updated farming features will bring new appeal to the game, and even goats and sheep will be available to complete your farm. But best of all, your child can grow up and inherit the farm, which probably means, as we know from older titles, your rival's children can grow up too, and I hope this is true for Story of Seasons as well. So far, the release date is kept pretty vague in summer 2023 for Nintendo Switch, as well as PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC versions have been listed. A Nintendo Switch exclusive that I am waiting for this year is Master Detective Archives Raincode, a game in which you can play as a ghost detective. Of course, I'm looking forward to this. Some of the developers of Danganronpa have been working on this title as well, and in my opinion, the art style shows. In this dark fantasy detective game, we get to play with master detectives that use unique abilities to stand up to an all-controlling mega corporation. Solving puzzles and uncovering mysteries will lead the player through the Mystery Labyrinth. This is a place described as ever-changing and seems to lie beyond reality, a concept that to me sounds vaguely familiar from the Persona games. I feel this is going to be one of my new favorite games on Nintendo Switch, but we see. As mentioned before, this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, but it doesn't have an official release date just yet. So, who is not looking forward to this game? Assassin's Creed Mirage. Even though officially we were told we will only have to wait until sometime in 2023 to play this game, I wouldn't completely bet on it. Though this time the game is set in the 9th century Baghdad, the protagonist will be familiar from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, as the player will play as Basim. Nonetheless, the game is meant to return to the roots of Assassin's Creed and be more like the older titles in regards of stealth-focused and narrative-driven gameplay. I don't know what you think about that, but I'm quite excited about this aspect, as I loved the older titles and could not quite get myself into the recent roleplay-based installments. Assassin's Creed Mirage will be coming to all major platforms, hopefully this year. A very interesting game release of 2023 on all major platforms is Lies of P. At first, I could not imagine what kind of game lies behind this title. Now I'm so stoked about this. Apparently, this game is inspired by the classic Pinocchio. Not in a colorful Disney kind of manner, but in a dark kind of way that reminds me of American McGee's Alice and Dark Souls. The main character of the game, hard to guess, is Pinocchio, who is fighting puppets and all sorts of cruel, dreadful opponents in a city called Krat to find Mr. Geppetto and become a real boy. Man. We already know that there will be multiple endings based on the player's choices. What we don't know is the specific release date. Honestly, there are so many great games announced for 2023 that it would be impossible to cover all of the games I really want to play so badly. A few more honorable mentions are Fae Farm in spring, Street Fighter 6 on June 2nd, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 in fall, Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Palworld later this year, just to name a few. Of course, there are so many more games to be excited for this year. Let me know in the comments what games are you most excited for in 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Stay sweet and don't forget to subscribe.